It is official. The Pittsburgh Steelers are done their first week of football. So, football returned with the first week of OTAs this week, and this video is just to recap every big storyline coming out of that first week, covering the players, first reps, and everything. So, to start off, obviously, ever since Arthur Maulet left the Steelers and asked to be released from the team, the Steelers had a hole at the nickel cornerback spot. Yes, they have drafted a few players in the second round in Joey Porter Jr., in the seventh round in Trice Jr., and also signed guys like Chandon Sullivan. So, the Pittsburgh Steelers so far, first team reps and OTAs, all of them have been going to Chandon Sullivan. So, he's played much of his career at that position at the nickel spot. In Minnesota, he actually was one of the highest in the league in nickel cornerback reps, that is, snaps. So him coming to Pittsburgh, even though he hasn't been great at cornerback, and PFF ranked him as one of the lowest graded cornerbacks at the nickel spot, even though he played the most, he hasn't been really productive. But him coming to Pittsburgh, used to that position, and even a younger cornerback compared to Arthur Maulet, hopefully now with all the first team reps and in the Pittsburgh Steelers system, he turns it around. And it doesn't really matter where you're ranked in the depth chart for the nickel spots. Because right now, if I'm looking at the depth chart, he's ranked as the number 5 cornerback behind James Pierre, behind Joey Porter Jr. and stuff like that. But it doesn't really matter where you're ranked in the depth chart because there's only one nickel spot. And even though you're ranked as the 5th cornerback, if you could play the nickel spot better than everyone else, it doesn't matter because there's only 2 outside cornerback spots. And right now in the depth chart, obviously it's Patrick Peterson, Levi Wallace, and Joey Porter Jr., and James Pierre, Trice Jr. So if he's ranked all behind those guys in the depth chart right now, but he's the guy who's best at nickel cornerback, yes, he's going to be getting his snaps. And that's the one spot he knows he could earn spots on the field compared to everyone else. Because all those other guys I just named haven't really played nickel cornerback in their career. Yes, Patrick Peterson has played all over sometimes, and he has a long career and could play that position. At this stage in his career, he's looking to play outside cornerback and not really play that nickel spot because that is a harder spot to play. So, Chandon Sullivan coming to Pittsburgh from Minnesota, that looks like it's going to be his job unless something changes. I know it's still early in OTAs and first reps don't really matter until preseason, but right now he's getting all of them. And to look at inside linebacker, the Pittsburgh Steelers signed Cole Holecomb in the offseason and brought him in from Washington Commanders, which was his last team. He got injured last season, and the Pittsburgh Steelers signed him to a 3-year deal. So the Steelers brought him in, but right now he's taking things slow after his injury. He still hasn't really participated fully for the Pittsburgh Steelers yet. He's still recovering from a foot injury that required surgery in the offseason or during the actual season. So he's recovered from an injury and he's taking things slow right now. So he's not really at full speed just yet. And wide receiver Calvin Austin, yes, he's full speed. He hasn't not missed a snap, meaning that he's been participating in practice and it looks like his foot injury has healed. And if you watch all those little clips and highlights of him and the other wide receivers, he looks noticeably faster and quicker than any other wide receiver in the drills, meaning that hopefully he's fully recovered and now he could put up a big season for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Him specifically, I want to make a video towards him because he's one of my favorite players on the team, and I believe he's going to have a big year for the Steelers returning, and he can really add something to this offense. So in the next couple of weeks or next couple of days, just expect a video on him and his contribution to the Steelers. I believe that he'll have next season. So now let's move over to left tackle. Obviously, the Pittsburgh Steelers drafted Broderick Jones this offseason in the first round and obviously traded up for him, as we all know, with the Patriots at pick number 14. But as of right now, in the first week of OTAs, he's not getting the first team reps. The person who's getting the first team reps is a player that the Steelers drafted a couple years back in Dan Moore Jr. He's getting the first team reps. He was a 4th round draft pick, and obviously he's played most of his career at left tackle. And right now, he said that he was kind of transitioning, trying to learn how to play right tackle, because obviously he knows if the Steelers drafted at left tackle, he's going to have to know more positions. Because if he doesn't get the job at left tackle, he might have to earn a spot at right tackle. But as of right now, Broderick Jones, the Steelers' first-round draft pick, has not gotten first-team reps, and that's as expected. I'm not saying it's not expected, because even Kenny Pickett, who was a first-round pick last year at quarterback, Mitch Trubisky and Mason Rudolph in OTAs, training camp, and stuff like that, they were getting more reps on first team and second team than Kenny Pickett. So it's expected that Broderick Jones was going to have to earn a spot, and it looks like the Steelers are making him do it just like they made Kenny Pickett earn a spot last season. So let's talk about the last thing, and then let's wrap up this video. So left guard, Kevin Dotson. He played left guard last season, but in an interview done in training camp OTAs, the Pittsburgh Steelers guard said that he basically expects Isaac Seumalo to win the job. And obviously, because they paid him money and they haven't paid Kevin Dotson yet, since you threw a bag at Isaac Seumalo, he's basically going to make the job, and Kevin Dotson is expecting to be the backup to him this season. And that says true because in OTAs, even though Kevin Dotson was a starter last season for the Pittsburgh Steelers, as of right now, Isaac Seumalo, he's getting all the first team reps at left guard, and that says true because the Pittsburgh Steelers last season, they struggled on the left side of the offensive line. Kevin Dotson had a lot of penalties, allowed sacks, so bringing Isaac Seumalo, getting all the first team reps. Obviously, if the Pittsburgh Steelers signed to a 3-year deal worth like $24 million, I believe it was, obviously they believe in him to be the starter at left guard, and I don't know why he wouldn't be getting all the team reps, but he is. So right now, those are all the storylines going on with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cornerback, Chandon Sullivan, expect him in the nickel, and as of right now, left tackle, expect Dan Moore Jr. unless something changes during the season or something goes wrong, and the Pittsburgh Steelers look to turn to Broderick Jones. So, with that being said, let me know down in the comments below. How do you feel about the Pittsburgh Steelers OTAs? I know some of you have been watching the highlights, the kind of practice stuff where the Pittsburgh Steelers players are going through drills, whether that be the offensive tackles, cornerbacks, or those wide receivers. Kenny Pickett throwing the ball to the wide receivers. So, let me know down in the comments below, how do you feel about the OTAs and who you most looking forward to coming this preseason to earn a spot on the team? Is there guys like Calvin Austin, his first reps in the NFL? Are you looking forward to that? Or is there someone else you're looking forward to, like maybe a rookie on the team who's coming in and playing, like Joey Porter Jr., Trace Jr., Broderick Jones? Are you looking forward to a rookie? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, this isn't a storyline, but TJ Watt, I know some of you have seen in that video of him falling in his pool, and he said don't worry about him. He wouldn't have posted the video for everyone to see if he wasn't okay. I know some people are saying, oh, he's going to hurt himself. But obviously, if he's posted the video, he wouldn't want the fans to know how he got hurt. So obviously he's okay, and now in the second day of OTAs, he didn't show up to the first day, and people got on him saying why isn't the leader on the team showing up the first day of OTAs, but it's only the beginning of May. So the Pittsburgh Steelers, he returned to the second day of OTAs. Don't worry about him, he's fine, and hopefully now this season, he's a fully healthy season at outside linebacker, being the top sack leader once again, and Defensive Player of the Year. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well if you like Steelers content and analysis reports. Like the video, turn on post notifications down below for as well so you get notified whenever I post next Steelers video. Click the bell down below. I covered all of free agency. I covered all the draft. I covered every player the Steelers have signed, whether undrafted or not drafted. They added Marcus Golden and stuff like that. I covered it. And just know every news, every rumor in the future, I'm going to be covering that as well. Heading to OTAs, the final weeks of OTAs, the preseason, training camp, regular season, I'm covering it all. So like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.